All right, I'm just practicing and trying to make sure this is on here right. This is my first live stream, and I don't want to mess it up. So I will wait a few minutes before I get started, see if anybody hops on. And we'll chat about whatever you want to chat about. We got technically 2 minutes until 10 o'clock, so we'll see what happens. So we have tornado warnings here in St. Louis area. I'm in a suburb of St. Louis. So if I blow away all of a sudden, you know what happened. I don't hear anything going on outside right now, but it's supposed to be storming pretty bad tonight. So I think it's because we had warmer weather. We were in the 60s, so that always brings about storms. 1 more minute. All right, it's officially 10 o'clock, so welcome to my channel. Hope you can get on live. Again, I'm Mama D, and just give you a little bit of a background, introduce myself. I'm a whole 62 years old. My birthday was October 13th. Been married for 25 plus years to my husband, Eric, and we've got 5 kids and 5 grandkids. So I'm also a registered nurse, been an emergency room nurse for 28 of those, 28 of the 31 plus years I've been a nurse. And now I'm blessed to work at home and triage patients over the phone. So that's fun. And let's see what else. I started watching, got on YouTube, and I don't know how I found Kate Shaughnessy's page, but I was so intrigued that people watch people watching TV and movies and videos. So I watched her for a couple months, and she is hilarious. And then I started watching other people and subscribing to their channels. And then it was like, I'm going to do this myself. And I initially started Mama D's Middle Age Mayhem, where I did several videos on health issues and different issues that affect middle-aged people, because I had hit that age and above. And so I really didn't get a lot of subscribers for that. So then I thought, well, why not try doing reactions and see what happens? So I'm up to, and that was in February when I started, I'm up to 370 subscribers, and I love you all. I did set up a Patreon site. I have 1 subscriber named Justin. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have put a few things on there. I haven't really gotten going on that, but I'm working on that. What else? So I started in February. My goal is to hit 500 subscribers by January 1st. So I got to get 130 more by January 1st. So if you aren't subscribed, please subscribe. I can't even talk right. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And that would be awesome. I would love to hit that goal by January 1st. So I'm going to start talking about the Walking Dead episode last week, the mid-season finale. I was so excited. In August, we went down to visit my daughter in Tampa, and we swung by Sonoya, Georgia, and found out that my cousin lives about 5 miles from there in Noonan, Georgia. So she said, come on, spend the night. So we got down there, we walked around. Somebody's on. Horror Nerd. Hey, I love your videos. You do a great job on reactions. Awesome. So we went down through Sonoya. We had lunch at Nick and Norman's, which is owned by, Greg Nicotero and Daryl Reedus. And good food. If you ever get down there, you should go. The actual area where they film is Alexandria, because I got a picture of me with in front of it. You can see the windmill. You can't go in, obviously. And that time of year, the tours weren't going on. So just got to get as close as I could. And that was exciting. And no, didn't see any celebrities. Went to the official Walking Dead store, which is there. And that was the town that they filmed the whole Governor's. It was Woodbury. That was Woodbury. So it looked really familiar when I rewatched that season again with the Governor. And let's see, what else did we do? Went shopping there, obviously, and I got a bunch of pictures of, because downstairs, if you ever go to the official Walking Dead store, downstairs is like memorabilia. They've got the door from the first episode, dead open, don't open, dead inside. And, I took pictures in front of everything, the heads with the Governor, and got that on a little video I made from vacation. So last week's episode, wow, that was something else. Start off with Dante. He was going to put Sadiq down, but obviously Rosita knocked on the door and came in with Coco, and we saw what happened there, and she beat the piss out of him, which I think she did an awesome job for what she had to go through, poor kid. And then she had to put Sadiq down, and that had to be horrible. Thank God Coco was okay, and that she's only a baby, and hopefully she won't remember that, because that was horrible. And then what else was it? Gabe, woo, he went ballistic on Dante. I was like, in that end where he went, I was like, whoa. He was just gone. And now I hope to God he doesn't feel guilty over it. That's what I'm just worried about, that he's going to feel guilty. But when they burned Sadiq's body, when they burned Dante's body, that was and then she kind of put her head on his shoulder, that kind of, because he had been a little harsh on her earlier when she was trying to express her feelings. So, and I understand his point of view, and I understand her point of view. And then what else? Oh, God. Carol. Oh, Carol is driving me crazy. I'm sure she's driving you guys crazy. She just does not care. Her goal is to kill Alpha at any cost. She doesn't care if anybody else, any of her friends or loved ones gets killed. And we saw that, how they got trapped in the cave at the end. And then the little trailer they had at the end showing the next season, you see Jerry, I don't know if he getting pulled back down in the hole by the walkers, but he was screaming. And I'm like, if Jerry gets killed because of Carol's ignorance, I'm going to be pissed. I'm sure a lot of you guys, all you guys will be too. The moment with Daryl and Carol, that was awesome. Daryl's talked more this season than he has in the whole 9 before. But him, telling him, we've got a future. I was like, oh. See, I think he told her when she said something about the other chick, I can't think of her name, Connie, that he said, no, there's nothing there, because I really believe he loves Carol. I do, but I don't think he knows how to express it. So we'll see what happens there, but I still want Daryl and Carol to be together, definitely. And Daryl, like I said, he's talking more than he's ever talked before. And Gamma, or / Mary, I think she was telling the truth to Aaron about the herd being there, but who knows? She could be scamming him totally. But you saw again at that little trailer for next season that she comes to Alexandria, which is, why would she do that if she's not telling the truth? And so she said, you know, your people are trapped in this cave. So at least somebody knows. Thank God. And then Michonne, I was like so worried that this was her last episode. It just looked too, you know, when she hugs Judith and she's looking really nervous and stuff. But then you see at that little clip again from next season that the Navy warship is coming. So I think she's somehow, I don't know, but I think that's Michonne. And she's bringing everything with her. So I think that might be how we get rid of Alpha and the herd. Who knows? But that was kind of interesting. And I don't know. That's about it for me in the last episode. I hate that we have to wait 2 months to, I think February 23rd, they said will be the next one on Talking Dead. So we'll see about that. I also do reactions to Watchmen. So if anybody Watchmen people out there, last episode we got Will's backstory and how he ended up turning into the first real kind of superhero, Hooded Justice, and has a noose around his neck. So you see where he got that at, and it ended up causing his wife and him to split up, and he was having sexual relations with this other superhero guy, or masked villain, or masked I guess they were part of the Minutemen, the blonde guy. I can't remember what his, Captain Metropolis, I think his name was. But anyway, so Angela they have this thing called nostalgia. And somehow they take a person's memories, put them into pills. And it was originally created for people with Alzheimer's to help them get their memories back. But something happened and it ended up causing hallucinations and all kinds of bad things. So they stopped making it. And Lady True's company is the one that makes them. So Angela was getting arrested because Looking Glass turned her in, because the only other option they gave him was they were going to go kill her and her family. So she's arrested because she admitted on tape that her grandpa was the one who killed Judd. And so you even go back to that at the end. He has this flashlight that the police back then were using for mind control with the black people. They would, in a movie theater, they'd flash these things and get the black people to turn on each other. And then would say, oh, you know, these black people are crazy and whatever. And so he's got a flashlight that's made out of whatever stuff they made this stuff out of, it, like strobe lights, and get you. And so he's got it in Don Johnson's face, Judd's face, and he's like, hang yourself. And he goes right up there and hangs himself on the tree. But he said something before he hung himself. He said, you have no idea what's going on. Again, even then, Will didn't know what was going on. So at first I go, oh, he was the Captain Metropolis back in the day that Will, Hooded Justice, was, you know, and ended up, I thought, no, that can't be, because Will said he was 105 years old, and Don Johnson's obviously. So was that his grandpa? Was Captain Metropolis, and the one that had the KKK hood with the sheriff's badge? But I don't know. So if you guys know who Don Johnson and what he was talking about at the end, please leave a comment there and tell me, because that's totally over my head. And Lady True's company, like I said, was one that created nostalgia. So at the end, Angela wakes up from this coma she's been in because when you take it, you see your memories from the past. So she took the whole bottle of her grandpa's medicine. She saw everything from the very beginning, and the Tulsa riots and all that kind of stuff. And the woman that he married was the little baby that he found when the car crashed and he heard the baby crying. That was really a shocking thing to see. But then Angela wakes up from this coma in Lady True's place. So I guess we'll find out more about that connection there. And then I also react to Dark. And the last episode was season 2, episode 2 that I recorded. And Jonas at the end is traveling in time again. So where is he going? Is he going back to, I guess we'll see on episode 3. But looking forward to that too. I like that. It's very complicated and a lot of twists and turns. And I'm so thankful to you guys who've answered some of my questions, because some of that stuff I didn't get. A little clueless on some of that. And what else? Outlander and The Last Kingdom. I'm almost finished with those seasons. Last Kingdom, that's the end. And I'm only on the first season of Outlander. So I'm trying to decide if I'll keep going on that, because I kind of gauge whether I should keep going on things by your guys' response. So Sinner, hardly anybody's watching that. I've got like 4 or 5 episodes of that done. I might just stop that and use more of my time for Watchmen and Dark, and especially when we come back to The Walking Dead. Then we're going to have the new series, The Walking Dead World Beyond. I'm not sure when that starts, but we saw Julia Ormond is the captain of the CRM or whatever they are with the helicopters. That's a lady at the end of the video. And they were talking on Talking Dead. I've seen her on a lot of different things. She's a really good actress, as is the lady that plays Alpha. So we're getting some really quality people. Not that Daryl and Carol and all them aren't quality actors, but they weren't that way when they started. They were, I don't remember seeing them on anything. But now, you know, they're kind of a household name if you're a Walking Dead watcher. But we're getting some really quality, you know, high level actresses and stuff on there. So, and actors. So I'm excited about what that's going to be. And then I read somewhere that they said that the 12th season will be the last for The Walking Dead. So that's a long run, and we'll see what happens. Michonne, that was another one. I was about almost 100% certain that this was her last episode, when, like I said, when she was hugging Judith goodbye. But then that naval ship was on there. So I think I read somewhere that she's got one more episode in the next season. So, and then when Maggie's coming back, I don't know. I think it's this season at the end. My cousin, like I said, lives in Noonan, Georgia, about 5 minutes from The Walking Dead, Senoia, Georgia. And she said that last weekend they were filming at the abandoned hospital there in Noonan. So I'm assuming that's probably for the new series. I guess that's all I got to chat about. Thank you, Horror Nerd, for being my very first person on my very first live. Mwah, I love you. Appreciate it. And like I said, love your reactions. Y'all go to Horror Nerd and subscribe to her channel. She's awesome. Go to Katie O'Shaughnessy. She's another one. Or Kate. I always call her Katie. Kate O'Shaughnessy. She will crack you up. Her reactions are just perfect. And I think she's on her way to who knows what. But she's already been interviewed by Skybound, and I think Machond, Machond. I subscribe to her reactions too. She's funny too, and she was just interviewed by Skybound this week. So they are very good. All you guys are good reactors. I love to watch everybody's different reactions, and like I said, who knew that was a thing? Watching people watch TV. But you know, there's something for everybody. So I will talk to you all on my next video. Peace out.